Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It's Molly, and today I'm going to be doing a review, swatches, and a makeup look of the new Wet n Wild Autumn Lush Collection. So this collection of colored mascaras, these two eyeshadow trios which are really cute, and these newly formulated matte liquid lipsticks have been all over social media, so I was really excited to pick these up. I searched all of the Walgreens and CVS's near me, and I could not find the collection to save my life. So I had my mother and sister look out for them. So they managed to find them at one of their local Walgreens and picked up the collection for me, and I'm so excited to try them out. First things first, I'm going to put on some foundation and we're going to dive into these eyeshadows. Alright, so I did foundation and brows off camera, so let's get into the eyeshadow. There are two different limited edition eyeshadow palettes. There is Plaid to the Bone and Velour Vixen. Each of these is only $2.99, which makes them very affordable. So I'm going to do swatches first, and I'm going to start with Plaid to the Bone. So here are the swatches. I gave each color 2 swipes. The first shade here, which is the Brow Bone shade, is probably the easiest to swatch and the nicest. That one only needed 1 swipe to have pretty good pigment, but I just wanted to show you what it was like built up a little bit more next to the other ones. This middle shade here, the crease, is very powdery and was the hardest to build up out of the 3 shades. And the third shade all the way on the end is the eyelid shade, and it's a beautiful duochrome that I hope you guys can see on camera. It looks really, really pretty. So that is Plaid to the Bone. Now we're gonna move on to Velour Vixen. So I swatched them right below the other palette so you can kind of get a feel for the color scheme of both palettes put together. This shade that you can probably not even see is the Brow Bone shade from here. And while you can't really see it on camera, I know this will be a shade I will probably love. That will be an amazing base color, but if you want to put right over primer, or if it's a color that you can use like to clean up if your eyeshadow has some fallout, I know it's going to be a color I'll probably hit pan on. This next shade is a really beautiful kind of burgundy. In the light, it kind of has like a little bit of a pink reflect. It is really, really beautiful. And this last shade that I awkwardly swatched over here is a black that has flecks of like pink and gold. The only thing that I can see happening on here after swatching it, the gold and pink reflex were more pigmented on top of the pan, and after swatching they kind of went away a little bit. So I'm wondering if this will eventually just become like a matte black, but for now it has really pretty specks in it. For the eyes, this one I just have regular concealer on, and this one I have the Urban Decay Enigma Primer Potion on, just to see if there's any difference with primer or not. So I'm going to start in the Velour Vixen palette, and I'm going to use this first shade here, the Brow Bone, all over my lid. And I'm using the e.l.f. blending brush to apply this. Staying in the same palette, I'm going to use that middle burgundy shade. I'm going to use that in the crease and a little bit on the outer V. And for that, I'm just going to use the MAC 217 brush. I'm just taking that all the way over to the inner corner and back on the outer corner and blending it up to my eyebrow. And this has been only dipping it in once and it has that much pigment. These are really good. Using the same brush, I'm going to be going back into that Brow Bone shade. I'm going to be applying that to my lid. I want this area to be pretty clean for putting on the duochrome eyeshadow. Now I'm going to be going into this duochrome shade from Plaid to the Bone, and this is just the large eyeshadow brush from Wet n Wild. I'm really trying to build it up so that I can see that duochrome shade. Now taking a little bit of a smaller brush, this is an unnamed brush from the Sonia Cashlet collection. So it's like a little smaller kind of shader guy. And I'm going to take that with the eyelid shade from Velour Vixen. I'm putting that right in the outer corner. I'm also taking that and I'm blending it into the crease a little bit just to deepen it up. I'm going back in with the 217, completely cleaned off. I just swirled it around on tissue for a little bit just to get any excess pigment off. And I'm just gonna blend the crease a little bit better. And then make sure when you're switching eyes, you remember to wipe off the brush again just to not transfer any pigment from this side to the other eye. Going in with a small brush, this is the Real Techniques accent brush. It's very, very tiny. And I'm gonna be using that crease shade, that blue one right there, on my lower lash line. I'm only gonna go at about 2/3 of the way. And then wiping that brush clean, I'm gonna go into the Brow Bone shade in Plaid to the Bone, and I'm gonna put that on the rest of my lower lash line. This is turning out to be a very like grungy kind of look, which I'm really digging. Taking that brush that I used for that black shade in the outer corner, I'm going to be grabbing that shade. I just used the Brow Bone shade from Plaid to the Bone, and I'm going to put that on the inner like little third of my eye. I just kind of want to add a little bit of a reflect in there. Taking the same brush in the same color, I'm just going to apply that now to my brow bone. So here is an up close of what the finished look looks like without adding any liner, mascara, or false eyelashes. I can't say I've ever done anything like quite this intense. I have done like dark smoky eyes before, but like this is pretty crazy. This definitely has like fall vibes to it. So now I'm gonna add some liner and false lashes, and then I will get into the purple mascara. So liner is on, lashes are on, and now I'm going to test out the colored mascara. This is the Lush Lash in Glamethyst Rock, which is the purple shade. They had these shades purple, bronze, blue, and green. Each retails for $2.99, which is a really good price. So it comes in a tube like this. It's pretty nice and thick. And let's see the brush. Ooh, the brush is really nice. So let's just swatch this. It's a really beautiful purple. Pretty stoked. I'm gonna apply this on my bottom lashes because I do have false lashes on. Purple wouldn't really make sense with them. So I'm not sure how well you can actually see the purple mascara. I don't know, it kind of feels like it might be like a little bit of a gimmick. I don't know. I do notice it if you look up close to my eyelashes, but from like, you know, normal distance away, I feel like you're not really gonna see the purple. For this look, I'm gonna stick with a dramatic lip, so I'm gonna apply Don't Be a Plum-Plum to my lips. So here is the completed look. It's a very dark, kind of vampy look, and I think I love it actually. These colors are really pretty on the eyes. I obviously would not use all 6 shades for like an everyday kind of look. The little trios are like perfect little looks, like easily make a look out of this guy. I did want to quick touch on the fact that online people have been saying that the Jeffree Star Velour liquid lipsticks look very similar to the Wet n Wild, and they actually are the exact same packaging, which is crazy to me. I only have his limited edition watermelon soda, so I don't have the original packaging, but you can even see at the top they have this same little area where it's see-through, and then like the actual color begins. They have the same band right here when you pull off the cap. They come down to the same shape at the bottom here. And they even have the exact same doe foot applicator. The packaging they must get from the same company, which is quite interesting. Also his are, I believe, $18 and these are $3, so now I'm gonna quick show you the swatches of all the liquid lipsticks. Obviously I won't have my full face on. I did this before I had all my makeup on just so I didn't mess up my foundation. two shades, How Fleek Is Your Love and Tulip To Quit, were the best performing, with Tulip To Quit being the #1 out of all these shades. They are extremely pigmented and they are not streaky at all. Whereas Don't Be a Plum-Plum and Take It Like a Vamp do take a little bit of building up to get them completely opaque and non-streaky. A lot of the social media pics I've been seeing have Tulip To Quit being like a hot pink, whereas I found it to be more of like a fuchsia. It looks more like it has a little bit of purple in it. It's really, really beautiful. And then I thought from How Fleek Is Your Love on social media, it looked a little bit to be like an orangey red, and it kind of does in the tube, but it comes out to be closer to a true red, but it does have that slight orange undertone. Don't Be a Plum-Plum is a really pretty purple. Obviously you can see it on my lips. Whereas Take It Like a Vamp has a nice brown undertone, but it is still in the purple family. It's just a little bit deeper. Overall, I'm really impressed with this collection. For $3 each, you can't really go wrong. The only thing is I might say to steer away from the mascaras. I don't really feel like they have that much pigment, that they're that noticeable. But again, I did not put them on my top lashes. These eyeshadows are really great. They're very easy to blend out. They are a little bit powdery, so I will say that. But again, $3, pretty much $1 each for the eyeshadows. It's a really good deal. So if you see these, I would definitely pick them up. These are the big winner out of the group. If you see any of these colors and you're interested in them, I would suggest picking them up because some of the displays only have 2 of each color, with I think some of them having 3 of each color. So be on the lookout for these in your Walgreens, and then I think they're coming out to CVS's and Rite Aids, but don't quote me on that. So that is it for this Wet n Wild Autumn Lush Collection review, swatches, and makeup look using the products. I hope you guys enjoyed. Leave me a comment down below if you're excited for fall. I cannot wait. I've been having pumpkin spice coffee. If you saw my Primark haul where I got that nice flannel shirt, I'm so excited to wear that. Just so excited for fall. And if you haven't already, please subscribe. I would love to hang out with you 2 to 3 times a week because that's how often I put out my videos. And I want to thank you guys so much for watching, and I will catch you on the next video. Bye.